Today, I just want to talk to you about hosting options that are available to you in case you're making a trip to the United States. And this is mostly going to be for people who are coming on a diversity visa. I'm just going to walk you through a few options that you have that you might want to give a try. Just in case you need more details, I'm going to leave the links, various links down in the description. You can click on them or get in contact with any one of the individuals that we're going to talk about in this video today. So thank you for sticking around to the end. Please watch the video to the end. I know that some of you will just watch maybe 1 or 2 seconds of the video or 1 or 2 minutes, and then you ask me questions that I already answer in the video. So if you please watch the video to the end, you will have answer to your questions. So we are going to be talking about first the self-hosting option. Self-hosting is, I think it's pretty clear. That means you have some money and you want a diversity visa, you got your everything, and you're just coming to the US. You have your money to be able to pay for an apartment or for a home to host you and your family. That way you don't need to stop with anybody or go through the process of finding a host or anything. So that's our first option we're going to talk about today. Let me give you some more details so you can be able to understand it better. And if you have additional questions, my email address is always in the description also. Send me an email with your personal concern. For the self-hosting options, you have like the hotels or Airbnbs available to you. They have less requirements and most of your major necessities that will already be available. The hotels will serve breakfast. You will have beddings already there. You're going to have pillows. You're going to have a bed. You're going to have access to a lot of things already available to you in the hotel. And similarly, in the Airbnb, you're going to have all these things already available to you. The Airbnb, you might be able to use the kitchen, cook your own food, and all those kind of things will be available to you. Most of those hotels, they have suites in them, and you could book one of them for you and your family if you're traveling with family, especially people who got kids, like the extended stay hotel or the Marriott. Those are hotel chains that are all around the country, and they even, some of them are even international, so they're recognized hotels. And all you need to do is just walk in there with your suitcase and your family and just be there for the length of time until you can be able to get on your feet and find an apartment that you know you'll be able to pay for. Money, like I said earlier, if you have the money and you're coming with your family especially, you might want to get an apartment, especially if you have kids. An apartment or a home from the individual, from the private individual, you get more flexibilities when it comes to some of these requirements. They kind of relax more than these apartment complexes that own like hundreds, 50 apartments and stuff like that, because for them, they are dealing with management. So there are documents that are required and they have to fill up those required documents in the folder. So every person that goes there to apply has to provide those documents, and someone has to co-sign with you since you are new in the United States. So in any case, you're still going to need the help of somebody. It's just difficult that when you come to America to just stand right away on your own feet and just start like that. You got to be having some real maybe investment in this country or in other countries, and you come in with that real good money. Because the thing about having the apartments, renting an apartment here, leasing an apartment here, you have to make your first month and last month, and then what they call security deposit. Your security deposit is almost the same amount of another month payment. So some apartments will be kind of less, and some of them are just flat rate. The same 1 month payment is your security deposit. Some apartments are less. They will take a couple of $100s for your security deposit. But then the thing about it, if you're coming the first time to the US, if you are new and you want to take a 12-month lease, because the lease here, they're just 12 months. You will find some apartments that will offer you 6 months lease, but most of the 6-month lease come with a catch. So the 12-month lease is the normal ones, 12 months lease, you come, you sign it. But if you breach that lease, and that's the reason they always want you to have a co-signer, because if you breach that lease, you will have to pay an additional couple of months for leaving without completing your time. Yeah, that's a penalty you're going to have to pay. So if you're coming fresh in the US, you haven't gotten a job yet, you don't know which area you want to settle in, I would not advise you to go and sign a 12-month lease. Those are the self-hosted options that I thought about to just share with you guys. You can be able to decide which one is right for you according to your budget or your family circumstances. So with that being said, let's move on to our second option, where you will be hosted by family or friends or people who have hosting services. And let me just offer you some of them that I was able to come across while doing my research. You want to find your family and friends who have been in the US for some time, who at least can be able to host you until you get on your feet. Because the thing about it is that when you come, you expect to get your green card within a couple of weeks. You have to get your social security number before you can be able to apply for jobs. And so within that waiting period, you have to be somewhere. There has to be a shelter or roof over your head. So you have to get in touch with somebody who's going to be able to host you while you're here and waiting until you can get maybe your first, second, or third paycheck before you can be able to maybe raise your down payment, your first and second month rent, and then your security deposit. That's going to be like 3 or 4 paychecks you're going to have to put together before you can raise that money. And so I would say right now is the time to start checking on family members and friends that you have here who can at least be of help to you to be able to host you for the couple of weeks or months until you can get on your feet to raise that money and be able to move out. But another downside to that is that a lot of people come here and they don't understand the situation here. They don't understand the living condition here with people. And so most people nowadays don't really want to host people, because some people come and they just straight out become so ungrateful to people. Sometimes they come and they accuse their host of not even sitting with them, not even talking with them. How in the world is this person going to sit with you when they have to go work a 12-hour shift? Now remember, now you're living in their home for free. You're raising the water bills, you're raising the electricity bill because you're staying at home all day. And I'm going to leave a link here to a video where I explain more details on that. So those are some of the thoughts that start going through our heads when we come here. And we need to try to start enlightening people who are on their way so they can know these things. That when you come, you need to try to understand these people's situations. It's because when you come to the US, you are new. The system here puts you into a complete cultural shock. So there are a lot of things that you need to learn and unlearn. And unless you have someone here to guide you through the process, it's kind of difficult to just run through the system at the snap of your finger and be able to understand it. That's the reason I prefer the second option, where you will be hosted by either family member or friend or hosting service. There's a lady with a YouTube channel called Shiko Hope. She's a Kenyan lady. She also came here on a diversity visa. She has a hosting service called Fins Immigration Services, I think. I'm going to leave the link to her channel down below. You can check her out. And another lady called Nafula, I think. Nafula Charlene. I hope I'm saying her name right. I'm sorry if I'm missing it. I think she's Kenyan too. She has a YouTube channel. I'm also going to leave her link that she offers connection for people who need hosting. And you can also contact us at YetFit. We're going to be offering hosting and sponsoring services in case we have anyone. And for Shiko, she's in the Texas area. And Nafula, I think she said from one of her videos, she said she's in the New York area. So yeah, just giving you options to areas that you might want to check up. And I'm in the Northwest. I'm in Seattle, Washington, Pacific Northwest. That's where we are. Our email address is always in the description. Send us an email and we will send you the form so you can be able to fill it up and email it back to us with your specific needs. And I'm going to update this list as I find more people who are in the hosting services business, because it's a good idea to be able to offer this service to help people, because I learned that there are some people who want the DV and they were unable to come because they could not get hosts or could not get sponsors. If you're out there and you know of any hosting service or any individual who can be able to help some of these people that will win the visa, I want you to please do us a favor. You can just leave a comment down below with the name of that organization or institution or the individual, and we'll be able to update this list. And if there's any other content creator in this business who is extending hosting, just please comment down below and let me know the name of your services, and I'll be willing to update this list and maybe even reach out to you so you can come on this channel and maybe sell your services better.